Ridgeway High looked older than time itself. Red bricks faded by decades of rain, corridors that echoed longer than they should, and portraits of past headmasters whose eyes seemed to follow you. Most students didn't know it had been a boarding school in the early 1900s, or that half of it was built over a church that burnt down. When the government ordered renovations, everyone assumed it was routine. That part had been closed since 1979 after a minor structural collapse. But what happened next would change the town forever. A secret buried for decades was about to resurface. On a gray Tuesday, while replacing the floor of classroom 13, a worker's crowbar hit something metallic, hollow, sharp, strange. Clearing the dust revealed a steel hatch, square and covered in ritualistic carvings. The metal looked far older than the school itself, as if hidden for generations. They struggled for hours to open it. When the latch finally gave way, a gush of icy air rose, carrying a metallic, chemical smell, almost like old blood. At first, they thought it was a forgotten tunnel, but a flashlight revealed stone steps spiraling downward precise, almost architectural. Each step seemed to hum with a faint, unnatural chill. The next day, the principal, teachers, and crew descended cautiously. The deeper they went, the colder it became. Their breath turned white in the dim light. At the bottom lay a long, narrow room with limestone walls, perfectly clean as if maintained. On one wall hung a rusted board covered in clippings about missing students, dating from 1926 to 1978, the same year the East Wing was sealed. Some clippings were yellowed, others recent, almost freshly printed, as if time had worked down there. In the center stood a table with medical tools, glass jars, and vials filled with dark, syrupy liquid. Some jars contained small, pale shapes that looked disturbingly human, preserved as if waiting for someone's return. The most unsettling object was a single wooden chair, bolted to the floor, facing a cracked mirror. On the back wall, hundreds of names were etched into the stone, dates, initials, and at the very end, a chilling message. She sees them still. Suddenly the lights flickered. One jar toppled, spilling its thick liquid. The youngest worker swore he heard faint giggles, whispers of children's voices, yet no one else did. But everyone felt the air shift, heavy and unnatural. Terrified, hearts pounding, they fled the room as if it were alive. By the time police arrived, the hatch was gone, replaced with smooth concrete. Construction records vanished. Even the foreman's report disappeared. Within weeks, the principal resigned and left town. Decades later, students claimed that on October 13th, the floorboards near the East Wing vibrate faintly just before midnight. Janitors report soft knocks from below. 3 knocks. Always 3. And sometimes, if you listen closely, a faint, sorrowful voice whispers, "Why did you close the door?"